We're in studio this morning with characters from Once, and I say characters because, Ricky, we're not quite sure exactly who the real people are here and who the characters are they play, because they seem all in one this morning.
Well, you have to be like a quadruple threat just to be on the stage up there, playing instruments, acting, singing. I mean, this is a very unique show, which is playing at the Orpheum through Sunday. I read your guys' review in the paper. Did you get to see that already?
We saw it this morning.
Yeah. They love you.
Yeah,
love
fantastic.
you. I loved you. I thought you were fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the show.
Sure. Well, Once is, like you said, a very unique musical, and it's set in Dublin, and it's about a singer-songwriter who is about to give up on all of his hopes and dreams and passions, and then he meets this Czech girl who takes an interest in his songs and in him, and sort of turns his life around in this really magical way. And they record an album together, and then sort of deal with all of the other music and feelings that are being kind of brought up in between them, and they have to kind of figure out how that's going to fit into their lives. So it's a really honest, unique love story.
I think it appeals to young and old alike because I believe that hopes and dreams are something that we all have maybe swept under the
unless
rug.
we've given up on them.
Yeah, and so it gives everybody the chance to realize that they could still pursue their dreams.
Yeah, maybe
For
pick
sure.
it back up.
Yeah.
So, Tina, Alex, could I ask about the accents? When you were cast here, did you know that was part of it? Did you have to actually audition in accents?
Oh, sure.
We did.
We both play Czech characters, and that's inherent. I mean, but I think most actors have accents in our back pockets at all times.
Although I will say I did not have a Czech accent in my back pocket when I auditioned for the show. And I used Borat as my reference material, which is totally inaccurate, and I don't recommend doing that. But I got the job, and then they taught me how to actually do a Czech accent, so now I don't sound like Borat.
What happens if Borat's out in the audience one of these days?
Then I hope he comes backstage,
That would be
because
awesome.
I would love to
Me
meet
too.
him.
That would be cool. Tell us a little bit more about playing instruments, because that is a huge part of the show. So what is your
Huge part.
background as far as musically playing instruments?
Well, I'd say that all of us were raised playing music.
You busted out the accordion last night.
I sure
It was
did.
impressive.
Yeah.
Thanks. Most of us, I think, are actor musicians. So we grew up in theater. We grew up playing instruments, and I think nowadays those things have fused into now musicals are sort of requiring almost that you do things like play instruments and dance and sing all at the same time. And certainly the audition process for this show required instruments first, I'd say.
Yeah, I think we all played and sang a song as our first audition. And actually one of my first auditions, I was in the room with the music director, and he had 12 instruments in the room and just had me touch and play a song on every one that I could possibly think of that I could play. And then others that I really didn't even know how to play, but he's like, just try it. Because I'm playing 5 instruments in the show. Tina, you play 3. Yeah. But it's really, there's a lot of swapping, and what's exciting is I'm still learning instruments on the road from all these other talented people in the cast, which is really a treat. It's a gift for me. So.
Oh, that is cool. You know what else I wondered about as I was sitting in the audience, because you have pretty much one set, and then you change it up minimally to convey other areas, but you guys are always out there. You never leave the stage. So when you're sitting on the side and you're not really part of the action, are you meditating? Are you compiling your grocery list? What's going on over there?
Well, yeah, I think we're contributing we're sort of audience members at that moment, and so we're watching the action, and I think from a character standpoint, we're trying to figure out how can we maybe come in and support this. And sometimes that answer is by sitting here and not doing anything, but sometimes that answer is by picking up this ukulele and playing this little bit on this song that is the main action that's going on.
I don't think any of us really ever check out. You really can't, and especially with live. Oh, did you see what I did there? Because I think that there's too much going on. Live theater is too thrilling to not be paying attention at all times. These people are 3 feet away from us, and I think it's a thrill to watch everybody work every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big jam session up there
It
all
is.
night.
And
Really
like a
fun.
jam session, there's no where there's a lot of improv on stage, and there's a lot of ability to sort of change the tempo of the song and the feel of the song depending on, because there's no conductor, it's just us. So if we're not paying attention on the sides of the stage, we might miss the fact that like, oh, that moment was this particularly new way, and so that should influence what I'm going to do in a little bit, and then the show would sort of feel very disconnected.
Were you guys encouraged to watch the movie, not to watch the movie when it came to this?
I think when we started rehearsals, they sort of asked us to treat this as a fully new production and as not trying to copy any other versions of the characters. But I had seen the movie when it came out,
I had seen
and
it
I was a big
too.
fan, so I couldn't really erase that.
And I also think that, generally speaking, when actors go in for a musical based on a film, you do see you watch the film.
Yeah,
of course.
you look at the source material.
You don't want to watch it over and over again, and you don't want to get things in your head that can never. I mean, you don't want to be influenced so much that you can't do your own thing. But I don't remember being told not to. Exactly.
I do remember they gave us like our stage manager maybe got us free tickets to go see the Broadway production at the beginning of rehearsals. And then our director found out that was happening, and he was like, "Don't go." And we were like, "We already went." So,
But we didn't see anything.
No, that's
Yeah.
right.
No,
No,
it's
I
gone.
closed my
They
eyes.
were horrible.
That was terrible. And yeah.
Let's find a little bit about your background here, Tina.
I'm from California originally. In fact, Alex and I are from the same Bay Area
Very close.
locations. I've been in New York City 20 years, and I grew up playing music young, piano, clarinet, French horn. Then didn't play the guitar till I was in my 20s, but began my theatrical life at age of 7, and never wanted to do anything else after that.
Wow. What have you been in, musical-wise and plays?
Oh
and
gosh, I mean, I've been in
stage?
every classic American musical, certainly, with the exception of Carousel. I've never done Carousel. And then my New York career has been largely new musicals, and that's really where my passion was for the first 15 years of my career. Readings and workshops of new musicals. In fact, I was in most recently the original Dr. Zhivago, which unfortunately just closed on Broadway. So I've gotten the chance to see the trajectory of so many of the musicals that I've worked on, either succeed or not succeed. And Once, to me, is a new musical. I mean, it's not that old, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of something so unique.
I grew up, like Tina said, in California, Northern California, and I started playing piano at a young age. And then I quit that, and I took up trumpet, and then I quit that, and then I found guitar, and that became sort of my instrument that spoke to me most. And so I've been playing guitar for a little over 10 years, and picked up other guitar family instruments along the way. And then my theater background started again at quite a young age, and I just loved it and loved the people, and just kept doing it in school. And I went to Northwestern University for theater, and just recently got a degree 2 years ago. And I can basically list the professional gigs I've done, because it's a short list, because I got out of college, and actually right before I graduated, I got onto the American Idiot tour. And
Not to be confused with American Idol.
Not to be confused with American
Right.
Idol.
Yeah.
Definitely
Different thing.
different.
Different idiots.
And the Green Day musical.
Right.
And then straight out of that, I landed on this tour. So this is my second sort of big professional gig, which I'm very excited about.
Cool. Tell us a little bit about when we get there. It's a little different than most musicals, most stage performances. Next thing you know, we walk in and
Pre-show.
a stage full of people.
That's right.
Yeah, you are welcome. When you come this week, ladies and gentlemen,
Come up on stage, because
Come up right
our
on
set is a pub. And we try to, at least at the beginning of the show, and when you walk into the house, even before the show has started, we try to make it feel like a traditional Irish pub, maybe in Dublin or And we're playing traditional Irish and Czech folk songs in a jam circle, and people can come up and get drinks. It's a lot of fun and a nice way to kind of meet the audience at the beginning
In a
way, and
we
kind
don't
of
really
connect with
interact,
them. No,
but
but
we
it's
have
unique.
35 different pre-show songs that we play, and so every night the songs are different. So for us, it's a chance for us to make eye contact, to warm up, to play together as the band that we will continue to be for the rest of the evening.
Did people come up last night? Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was out in the lobby until the show started, and I didn't know if
you
people would
missed it.
take you up
Yeah.
on
It
it
was
or not.
full, yeah.
no, it was actually pretty. It was a lively
Well, I didn't know if that was
crowd.
full of musicians or full of the audience
Yeah,
once I
yeah.
walked in.
No, it's nice. They kind of blend together.
yeah.
People were really having a good time, clapping along, drinks in hand, which doesn't really. How would you do that? But
Stomping their feet.
just stomping their feet.
Yes.
It was really lively last night. I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
That's good. I would think, too, that because I kind of got introduced when I moved here to Omaha, which is only 2 years ago, to the musical theater. I had never been to one. And I enjoy them. And yet this was so unique that I would say to people who think they don't like musical theater, this would be the one you should go see. Because
I
it's
think so.
so different. It's just a totally different feel from what you're used to, the big and the glitzy and the shiny and the loud. I mean, Chris did say that your singer, the guy who plays the guy, he got very loud at times. I said, Chris, because he was heartbroken.
Yes.
His emotions were being thrown out
And the music,
there.
Glenn Hansard wrote the music, and
Yeah.
his Irish folk rock is
Loud.
full
It can
of
be loud.
longing.
Yeah,
full
yeah,
of longing.
totally. But then also, if you do like musicals, it's a chance to see something that's just so unique
Yeah.
for a theater musical. I just really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think of it as a play about musicians rather than a musical, which is how I justify us all as characters playing all of the music, and it's an honest story about these people who happen to love to play and sing music. So there's going to be music in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And love lost and love found.
You might
Yeah,
need to bring a
yeah.
Kleenex. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
There are
some tear
moments.
jerkers.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Alex, Tina, thanks for coming on in, chatting with
Thanks,
us, and
Chris.
welcome to
Thanks,
Omaha.
Chris and Ricky.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and come back soon.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
hope to.